Hello everyone and welcome back to Freedom Through Confidence. My name is Ben, and in this video today I want to talk to you about how to get to know yourself. Now, getting to know yourself is something that maybe you've never even thought of before because, you are you. And it can almost seem like a silly proposition for you to learn who you are and figure out who you are. But this is something that's been happening within people and within men for quite a long time. Even going back into our more tribal state, there were times in men's lives where they had set points where they were to figure out exactly what it meant to be them, or what it meant to be a man to them, or what it meant to exist. And all of that is part and parcel of getting to know yourself and who you are on the inside. So in this video, I hope to give you just a brief starting point for how you can get to know yourself, because as an individual, there's not too much specific that I could give you. There's not like a list of interview style questions that I could give you to ask yourself to figure out exactly who you are. It's going to be a very personal journey for you. And what I want to do is just share with you a very simple baseline foundation stepping stone that you can use to start to learn how to get to know yourself. Okay, so the first thing that I want you to do when it comes to getting to know yourself is I want you to figure out what your values are. These could be what your values are in life in general, or maybe it's your values within relationships, your values for work, your values for your health. There are almost an endless amount of values that we have assigned to certain areas of our life or to our life on the whole. And getting to know what those values are is kind of like understanding the foundation of what makes you you. So I want you to start to ask yourself what it is that is most important to you in life, or in relationships, or with your health, or in terms of your finances. I don't know why I said that so strangely. Finances. It's important that you understand what it is that you want to bring more of into your life and what it is you want to have less of. So maybe one of your values is being a very healthy person, or being a person that's very physically fit. Then knowing that is going to allow you to align your life according to those values. So if you wanted to live in alignment with those values of health and fitness, then you would be making sure that you are working out a certain number of times a week, and that you are going to be eating healthy meals, and that you are going to be avoiding certain foods, because it's not just about what you want, it's also what you don't want. So you don't want maybe things like junk food or excessive amounts of sugar, things like that. And so by getting to know what your values are, which is essentially speaking, what do you want in your life, what do you want more of, and what do you want less of? Things you want more of are your values. The things that you want less of are things that you don't value, and therefore you shouldn't spend too much time worrying about them. Instead, focus on living in alignment with what your values are, and those other things will drift away. One of the things that really helped me with understanding who I was and getting to know myself was the process of journaling. And so I have two journals that I write in much less often than I used to now, but one journal is just a bog standard journal. I just write about generally what happened in my day, any inspiration that I might have had, any thoughts, any feelings, and I just let it all go down on the paper, or in this case on the Word document, and I just address it as it comes up. And that helps me to get to know myself, because sometimes in writing, when you just let your mind blank out and you just write what comes into your mind, sometimes something bubbles up from your unconscious that you just didn't know was there, and then suddenly it's on the page and you have to deal with it because It's obviously a part of you. And then I've got my other journal, which is my shadow journal, something I want to talk about more on this channel very soon. But this is the journal in which I can literally write down anything. It is where I deal with the more negative aspects, the darker aspects of my mind or my unconscious mind, and I just allow myself to express anything that I might not feel as comfortable writing in my journal, whether that is how I feel about a particular person, if that's something that I feel would be more destructive than constructive. This is a place where I can truly let myself go, because it's a file that no one is ever going to find and that I just periodically delete. And this is a way for me to get to know myself as well, because as I might have mentioned on this channel before, we all have our two selves. We've got our self that we typically present as, and then we've got the shadow self, our shadow side of us, which contains everything about us that we try to actively deny, whether that is our more negatively perceived emotions or certain thoughts, desires, certain ideas that we have but that we don't want to put out into the world. And so by understanding what exists within your shadow to the best of your ability, that is another way for you to get to know yourself, and it gives you a better understanding of who you are and how to deal with that side of yourself. I've spoken before on this channel about the importance of dealing with your emotions and actually listening to them. So that is something else that I would highly recommend for getting to know yourself, is that you take the time to listen to your emotions. Therapy and counseling can also be massively helpful in you getting to know yourself. This is again something else that I did. I did counseling for about 18 months, and it was hugely helpful in understanding myself, and I got to know me and the various masks that I wear and how to escape from those masks and how to present myself to the world in the way that I wanted to be seen, in a much more authentic way. And in order to present yourself in an authentic way, you have to know yourself. You have to know what you want, what you don't want, what your values are, what you don't value, what's the most important things in the world to you at this time. And therapy and counseling was massively helpful in me getting the understanding that I needed to do that. And so, as I said, I don't want this video to just devolve into me giving you like a list of questions to ask yourself to get to know yourself, because this isn't a Pinterest collage. This is supposed to be me giving you the principles that you need, that you can adapt to your life and to your situation and to your context, that you can apply with a lot more nuance than I can present in this video. So I hope you'll be able to take this information and start to apply it straight away, so that you can start to get to know yourself on a deeper level. I'd love for you to let me know what your thoughts and questions are in the comment section down below, and to leave a like on the video if you found it useful and interesting. If you are new to the channel, if this is the kind of content that you want to see more of, then I would encourage you to subscribe to the channel. I'm putting out a video every single day at this point, so if this is what you're interested in, if you feel like this kind of content can help you, then of course make sure that you subscribe to this channel. But otherwise, that's all I've got for this video today. I hope you have found it useful once again, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos here on this channel very soon.